I have a fantastic five-piece band. I have a guitarist named Charlie Trenta who's been playing with me for about 3 years now. And I have a bassist that we got through him. His name is Neil Keating. And my whole band has been together for about 1.5 years now, I guess, something like that, as a solid unit. And have a drummer named Dominic Tancredi, who we found doing a show with another band, and he loved what we were doing, and so he kind of started sitting in and then joined full time. And then we have a keyboardist, Michael Murata, who played with Dominic in some bands. I love rehearsing. Rehearsing is great. We rehearse typically at least once a week, sometimes 2 times a week, and we do a handful of shows a month, depending, unless we're on the road or on tour or something, obviously more. You know, I don't think I could do anything besides music. I absolutely love it. All of my passion is in, I love writing, and I do some fiction writing too that I've won some awards on and stuff, but just nothing fuels me like music and writing and performing and getting in front of a crowd and an audience. And so I don't think there's really anything else that I'd want to do. 've had a lot of great mentors throughout my career. The first couple of folks, there was a guy named Charlie Brown who used to run open mics, and he kind of took me under his wing and showed me the ropes and got me in a bunch of the first places I got started. And there was a guitarist named Frank Romano who, since he left Ohio, went to play with like Stevie Wonder and Rob Thomas and all these sorts of things. But he kind of took me under his wing, and you know, we jammed and worked at the same music shop for a while. So I really learned a lot about guitar and kind of songwriting through being around him. And since then, I mean, there's just been, I've been blessed with a lot of folks that kind of look after me.
Wow.
In 2006, my father passed away from pancreatic cancer, and he was my manager and sound man, and just a huge support for me for the last 5 years or so of his life. He was just full-fledged into it, and he retired from his, you know, day job and everything, and you know, really wanted to see me succeed, and was a fantastic business guy and a great sound man. And so, you know, we had a wonderful chance to work together and get to actually, you know, we had a great relationship, so it was just, I'm so happy that I had that opportunity. But he was diagnosed with pancreatic cancer, and less than 5 months later he passed. And it's an awful disease. It's awful to watch anybody go through cancer and you know, obviously not come out of it. But I have put together a benefit called Evening for Chuck that happens the second Sunday of every year in September. And the whole point of the benefit is a celebration of life with music and, you know, healthy foods and lifestyles and things. And it's all raises money and awareness for pancreatic cancer. And this will be our 4th one coming up. When my dad passed away, you know, obviously just the strong business sense that he had is something that I've been, you know, obviously searching for ever since, and kind of keeping that in the back of my mind. But it's definitely fueled the emotional well and helped me write a lot of songs. If there's an upside, I guess that would be it.
Zach the Man in general, well, you know, he's one of the nicest guys truly I've ever met. He has an old soul. He's very understanding and compassionate. There's very many things that really ruffle him. And I think that's, you know, one of the best things about him is that he's just a kind, gentle, understanding man. And I don't know how he got that way. I think he, you know, kind of was born with this compassion, and you know, I'd say that's what kind of a person he is.
I hope to have a nice long, music career and do this kind of until I keel over, actually. I love touring and performing, in everywhere. So I definitely plan on continuing that and growing that even more, and hitting new venues, new markets, bigger, growing the audience and everything. And I see a lot more songs. This record my new record hasn't quite come out yet. I released another record in October, and I have about 40 songs that could be on a new record.
Well, I think he's really right on the edge of getting his music out into a bigger perspective, and I honestly think that once people, a larger audience, hears his music, that it will just travel all over the world, and I'm kind of hoping that he can get to Europe. I think that would be a great venue for his music. So I think he's right on the edge of the next level of his music. I think it's going to really break open.
This year marks my 10th year performing, and in that time, my new record will be my 9th record. So I've done a good bit, and I usually release a record every year and a half, something like that. And in that time, I've gotten up to, I do about 200 shows a year, all over the country, from coast to coast. Definitely the best thing that I've done. It's a culmination of everything that I've been through and learned up until now. It was cool because we went down there and had, typically in a recording studio, you've got to worry about like the time and because you're paying by an hour, and you just don't get a chance to be kind of open to the creativity necessarily, and you're kind of in for a purpose. You've worked everything out, and you come in and you just knock it out and you leave. But this time we had a lot more room to experiment, and we all moved down to Atlanta, and the whole band was just down there for that purpose, and so there were no other thoughts or daily worries that were going on. We were all just there recording and working, and we were able to do a lot of interesting things and try out a lot of interesting ideas that we never would have been able to do otherwise, and it turned out a fantastic record.